Silicon Valley Bank, SVB Financial Group, on March 9th, they sold $21 billion in securities, which were mostly bonds, but that was for a loss of $1.8 billion. They wanted to have two offerings to raise $2.25 billion and make up that capital. But then the very next day on 3/10, the financial regulators they closed Silicon Valley Bank and took control of its deposits. The FDIC, they created the Deposit Insurance National Bank of Santa Clara, which now holds the insured deposits for SVB. The FDIC said in an announcement that the insured depositors will have access to their deposits no later than Monday morning. But each account's only insured up to $250,000. So if they had more money than that in the account, it's not going to be covered. So it's going to be interesting if they get the money back. Now, according to the Daily Mail, the CEO, Greg Becker, sold 12,451 shares at an average of $287.42 on 2/27, about 2 weeks prior to this collapse. And not only him, but the CFO, Daniel Beck, he sold 2,000 shares at $287.59 that very same day. So now, what happened here? Let's explain. They were buying bonds to grow their portfolio and make profits, and many banks do that. That's how they make their money. But the problem was the bonds were not growing due to soaring inflation. And at that very same time, the customers are feeling the effects of this inflation and the rising cost of living. So they began to withdraw their money, but it was faster than the bank expected, and they couldn't even cover their expenses. So what did they have to do? They have to go and sell all their bond holdings for a $1.8 billion loss just so they could get some cash so they could operate the business and make payroll. So basically, they didn't have the cash to give their customers that wanted to withdraw their money, and boom, the bank fails. And I've been saying since July of 2022 that we're in a recession right now, and we're heading for a depression. We have zero leadership in this country, and we need to do something fast before we end up in a major depression and a world war. And to be honest with you, I'm not exactly comfortable if we end up in a war with this leadership. So please like, share, and subscribe. And maybe if this video gets enough likes, they'll consult with me because I probably can give some good insight on how to steer the financials in the right direction. And we all know we need it quick.